So I'm going to be talking about Time for School 3 response. And it's talking about kids across the world and their education and if they're getting it or not. And in Afghanistan, more kids are in school than there has ever been in before. And a third of kids are not in school. Mainly, the focus was on girls, because by the time girls are 16, they drop out, and the ratio is 3 out of 4 girls drop out. This is a good thing and a bad thing, because it's showing that Afghanistan is getting more education and more focused on girls, because their education is as important as boys, but they get harmed by the Taliban, and they get attacked and with gas. And one thing that girls have to do a lot is housework, and the boys don't do housework. So it's another reason why it's so hard for girls to get their education. And for Brazil, school is paid for young kids, and most kids drop out by the time they're in the 8th grade, which is kind of sad, because if school's paid for, why don't you keep going until you succeed in getting a degree or whatnot. And for India, most girls can only go to night school because they have to work really hard during the day, and the boys still don't do housework. The girls do the housework, so that's why they're always busy, and it's hard to do schoolwork there as well. And in Japan, there's a really good education. Kids can go to school by the time they're 1 year old, and it's paid for. And they believe in working hard in school a lot. They also had to reduce the amount of schoolwork or time spent in class, because they believe so much in doing a lot of schoolwork, and were afraid that kids will lose their focus or ability. But another thing they're scared of reducing a little bit of the education, making it easier, is they're scared that kids will lose interest and drop out. And watching this video about those main 3 countries, it realized how good we have it in the States, where we have a whole bunch of schools, and at a young age, it's like a right that we have. It's a requirement, and also and I guess in a way free, because in order to survive, we need to have our education, because everywhere you go, we have to use multiplication, subtracting, we need to use English, we need to also know our history to know where we come from, our background, and how we did it then and how we have to do it now. We have to use science, because if we need to go to a doctor, they need to know the biology of the human body. So all those things are a great aspect that we use in our lives every day, and I think the reasons why we have school is so we can help teach our future kids and our future generations. And because of how important school is, I don't think anybody should be able to drop out. It's kind of harsh, but kids at a young age, we learn faster and better than we do when we get older. So I think it's critical that kids get an education at a young age. So I think that's why kids should not be allowed to drop out. That if something's hard, they should be able to get help, even in any country that they live in. And one thing I want to look up is about my adopted country, Ghana, and see how good the education is there. And I was sad to say that 1.4 million children do not go to school in Ghana, and which isn't good, because like I said, kids at a young age learn better, and so it's critical that the country of Ghana gets a better school education system running in there, and hopefully some volunteers from other countries can do that. And but there is one thing that I like about Ghana. Like, Ghana does have has some good education. One thing that we have in the U.S. at BYUI is the Pathway Program, and that Pathway Program does go all the way to Ghana, so people in Ghana can go to university by doing schooling online, and they also get to learn about the LDS Church, because that's what BYU is. It's a private university run by Latter-day Saints, and so it's kind of cool that that gets all the way to there. And yeah.